Hey y'all, it's Christina Joy, Mama Ankh, your resident Mama Sita, your resident magazine lover. This is Mama Ankh Music and Podcast. I know I need to get to the music part of this podcast too. So should I sing for you? What song comes to mind? Every woman is all in me. I don't know why that song came to mind. Channel song. It is all in me, right? So I'm not warmed up, so I'm not gonna sing a whole song for you. But maybe I will soon or later. I don't know. But how y'all doing today? I'm Christina Joy. We've already went through that. But today I want to talk about some magazines that I found on Black Market Vintage. Thank you, Black Market Vintage, for your stellar collection of Black archives, Black antiques, Black magazines. So, Black Market Vintage is a Black-owned business. This beautiful Black couple owns it. They have a shop in Brooklyn. I believe it's in Brooklyn. I'll correct it if I'm wrong. And it's literally like a thrift store for Black things. It's all in the name Black Market Vintage. It's vintage, okay? Like Black memorabilia, the whole nine, right? So I've been shopping with them for years because definitely got some. I think I got some books off there too. But I copped some ebonies from them before I inherited this wonderful collection from my grandmother, and she gave it to me. She's still alive, and yeah. So I found this magazine, Black Family Magazine, on there, and I've never heard of it. I never heard of this magazine. I've never seen it any place else other than Black Market Vintage. I got these 3 issues. There was I think there was only 4 on the website, so I got 3 out of the 4 that were on the website. I hope I got all of them. Shoot. Because I'm a Black family researcher. I've been researching the Black family ever since I switched my major to psychology. So that in terms of Black couples, Black child socialization, Black development through the lifespan also. So that's separate but the same, similar vein. Yeah, so Black Family Magazine came out in the 80s. It was founded by this woman, Mary Ellen Strong. Right here. And I only recently just found out that she has a foundation. Because before, I guess I wasn't looking correctly. I think I was just typing in the title of this magazine. You can't really find this magazine, anything. You can't really find any information about this magazine apart from what's on the Mary Ellen Strong Foundation website and like maybe some other web pages I found. And even that, it was only a paragraph. But like from what I read or what I remember of it, it was, I think it only lasted 5 years. Like 1980 to 1985. And it had national circulation because I see letters in here from different places all over the country. But I guess it didn't have the funding. And now, mind you, these are good advertisers. But something that was very specific that I read was that Mary Ellen Strong was very particular about not having alcohol or cigarette ads in the magazine. Which, if you know anything about John H. Johnson, that is the bread and butter of how Ebony magazine stayed afloat, because he accepted all those advertisements from alcohol and cigarette companies. And he had no shame in it, right? Like, he was like, I'm gonna get this magazine funded however, which I respect that, but at the same time, the negative effects of that are that you're advertising alcohol and cigarettes to millions of Black people every month for years. And look at where we are. So you didn't help the situation. But I digress. And, you know, we all know that people didn't know that cigarettes were unhealthy for you for a long time before a whole lot of people were addicted already. So, like people used to smoke when they were pregnant, y'all. Like, that's crazy. We would never, I mean, you know, now you just know better. You know it's a no-no now. People still do it, I'm sure. But, you know, anyway. This is an amazing magazine. It's so well done. It has so many things in it. It has things from like recipes to travel ideas to very serious things like missing persons and ultimate babies. Oh, but it has an advice section for health. And it's a lot of like professional influence in here. Like there are articles from doctors and psychologists and like just different types of professionals in here. It's a very well-rounded magazine. It's perfect for a Black family, like for a Black couple looking for for ideas for their Black family. Like yeah. So let's see. This was the summer quarterly issue. It was about this guy, the Lewis family, making tracks for the gold. Suppose the following were to appear in one. Huh? 3. Huh. Oh. Okay, so I guess, they're from Jersey. So this guy is Clark Lewis. He was a Olympic hopeful. And so they did a profile on him and his family. How sweet. I never even knew that. Because honestly, I got this magazine for this one article, this here. Black families and mundane extreme environmental stress. Well, like, look at the art, first of all. That's amazing. That's amazing. And right now, we're all talking about stress. I mean, everyone's been talking about stress forever, but like, in this particular way, we are talking about stress and how it's affecting Black people, racial stress affecting Black people. We've been talking about this at the very least since the 80s. And this was like this was an excerpt, I believe, of a larger paper that they put in here. Yeah, and it came out in 1983. So this magazine was published in 1984, but this article, it came out in 1983. It was published in a journal, I believe. Yeah. So, like, there are books about this now, about how weathering affects Black people, how it affects probably all people of color, but particularly us, because we have the generational trauma, which trickles down to epigenetics. Like, our cells are stressed. So that's why it's so important that we're not stressed, because we are prone to the effects of stress generationally on a cellular level. And because we go through such high stress, there are articles like this, there are books now out about how it is affecting our health. And I was just so enthralled by this because it's such a hot topic right now. But like, the way it's being talked about, it sounds like it's new ground, but it's really not. And that's interesting. Now I think that maybe we have more detail on it at this point, but it's just, we all know nothing's new under the sun, right? So this is another one. This is the other one. That, like, look at this dark and lovely ad on the back. She had serious advertising. It's crazy to see how many companies have just been here for mad long. Like, this is a Stay Free ad. They look crazy though. Like, this advertisement looks crazy. And it's like they have culture. They do stuff on culture every issue. A lot of DC influence in here. They got gardening tips. Like, this is just a quality publication. Like, do y'all understand? Like, look at these ads. Like, look at is this the Jerry curl? Is this a Jerry? Yeah, she got a Jerry curl. This is so fascinating. This one, it came out in 1982. This is the Poussons. They're psychologists. Both of them have PhDs. That's clearly their son. Like, this is just so, like, what's this? See, they have, like, a doctor will, I guess, answer letters about stuff. And it'll be like, dear doctor, whatever. And they'll answers people letters. That is so cool. Like, it's a definitely very Christian magazine, for sure. Time sharing fantasy vacation. But also, even though it's Christian, it's still very, like, I wouldn't say it's rigid per se, because, you know, like, I saw it, and I mean, it's very much so, like, Afro-Christian, you know, like, I think it's either in this one or the other one, there's an article about Ethiopia with relation to Christ, and I gotta look at it. It's just talking about Black Jesus, essentially, like, housing future, no children, pets or rental. Oh, talking about family housing requirements. Interesting. This is probably about Section 8. Yep. HUD. Wow. You know, the 80s really, like, sets the stage for how everything is now. Like, all the things that, like, a lot of the things that have been corrupt about this country really started in the 80s. Not to say that this country has ever been moral, per se, but, like, the particular ways I'm speaking of are how our work-life balance, our relationship with technology started to change in the 80s. The internet came out in 1983. I saw that somewhere. I just saw that. Like, the 80s is like the blueprint of what was to come, because it was just beginning in the 80s, but like it's really took hold in the 80s, but now it's just full blown. Like, everything's just like, you know, those man in the house rules were in full effect in the 80s. Like, the first time there weren't as many 2-parent households was in the 80s for Black families. And that's for a host of reasons, but, like, we all know crack being one of them, like, a major one, completely changing our family structures, but not, and really in the sense of us having extended family living with us, extended family living in the same household, as in multi-generational households. Multi-generational households were very common for our families for a long time, and are still common now, but they were even more common back then, in the sense that before Section 8, a teenager that got pregnant would live with their family and raise a child with their family, versus now enter Section 8, they have to live on their own in order to receive the help from the government. And to the point, you know, like they said, no man in the house. So, like, if you're, unless this person is married, then, like, if they're married, then they're married. So, like, you're the assumption of you're taken care of by your husband is the assumption. So if you are unwed, then you have no man, and the government is your man. And if you have a man in the house, then we're gonna take away what we think that man gave to you. And that's the crux of it. So now today, I believe it's like 78% of Black women are Black female-led households, or women-led households, are 78% of Black women are breadwinner moms, and that is very common for us, and but it's also by design, and it's a great thing that we are able to provide for our families, but the other part of it is that Black men are often blocked from different positions for various reasons, or the amount of Black men that end up making it to where we are, they're not available to us anymore. for various reasons. Death, imprisonment, abandonment sometimes. And a lot of that stems from them not being able to find work. But for a long time, this gap between black men and women in our work has been what has been tearing us apart in a lot of ways. Because it's never like black women were not working. We've always been working since slavery. Working. We were domestic workers. We were laundresses. We were every type of worker before, you know, corporations allowed us to be in corporations. It's not like how white women started to work after the war. Like, no, we were already working, and then we were allotted more positions because these women were now allotted in positions, more positions of authority. So I went on a big tangent, but you know, that's what this is for. That's what this is for. New freedom. This is another. Is this a Stay Free ad? Maybe it's not. Oh. So there was another pad company called New Freedom. That's funny. New Freedom. That's ridiculous. Family focused. Living with the age. They have they cover a lot. They cover a lot in here. But you know, yeah, like, clearly I love learning about the black family and our social, like, how we're formed. And look at this. This is so cute. Like, oh my God. Teaching your child how to pray? That's adorable. Like, bro. Look at this Gerber ad. Like, this is such a good magazine. This is the feature article. Oh, interesting. See, they got car ads here, like General Motors. Look at that. They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Gorgeous. So nice. This is a serious publication, okay? Like, 1982. There was I saw another thing. Maybe it was in that one. But we're gonna look at this one now too. Look at this. I don't know these people, but you know. Yeah, I can't even read the thing. Wow, this has some of this address on it. Mrs. Carol B. Brown. Look, hair. Kitty hair. Care. This is so cute, y'all. This is so cute. Climbing to the top. It's clearly for the black middle class. You know, it's very much so. Look at this. Oh. I stand corrected. She does have alcohol. She did, but I guess maybe she let a beer slide. But she didn't have cigarette ads, I'll say that. This is a Budweiser ad. But I mean, it is a pretty cool Budweiser ad, I'm not going for it. Like, great kings of Africa, like, come on. And they have a history lesson. Is this the Black History Month issue? Yes, it is. That's why. Okay. She could have turned it down for Black History Month. She said, listen, you go. Yeah, this is a little bit thicker. Look at this, an Aunt Jemima ad. Oh my goodness. This is like the recipes. They got the recipes, y'all. I told you. Look at it. She got a whole little cookbook in here. Like, this is crazy. Quiche au escargot. Quiche du monde. Quiche Lorraine. There's a lot of quiche. This is a whole quiche thing. Okay, hamburger quiche. Okay, I don't know about that one. Cheddar tuna quiche. Veggie quiche. Easy mushroom quiche. Every type of quiche. Okay, I could try some quiches. She can make some quiche. Right here. All this quiche. A Ritz cracker ad. Like, okay, what year is this one? This one's 1983. Love looks for special days. Look at that. Who is this? This is George Washington Carver. Okay. That was Black History Month. Remembering George Washington Carver. Banking on the. They got a finance section. Family focus. Banking on the little people. Snow buddies, like normalizing skiing, like, you know, like, this is great. This is just lovely. Coming down. Success can be just as destructive for some as its failure. Look, this is so cool. Dear Dr. Jane, tidbits, helpful hints, and things to know. Some stores have no return or final sale policies, and in some states, they are required by law to disclose clearly what their return policies are. Like, this is so, like, just a regular, everyday, what people need to know. Look at a Sears ad, and then what is it, new gel activate? Oh, look at the Jerry curl is in full effect, y'all. They didn't come to play. They got a Kellogg's ad in the back. Like, this is a quality publication, and they did it well. Look at, they even got a fun page in the back for the kids. Look, you could trace Africa. You could trace Africa. I love it. You could get 6 issues for $5.40 a year, or 12 issues for $8.50. Wow. You save 10 cents per copy, or you'll save 12.5 cents per copy. Y'all, I can't make this up. I can't make it up. I can't. Look at that. Look at this recipe. I don't even, what is this? That look good. Oh, Mexican lamb mole. Hacienda rice. Gourmet lamb meatballs. Epicurean rice ring. Oh, that's a rice ring. That was a ring of rice. Surprise, like everything. Sandwich spread. Kraft had a sandwich spread. What? How vague is that? Look. Oh, it's a mixture of crunchy pickle and red pimento in a rich, creamy sauce. Oh goodness, I don't know. Maybe. They even do like home stuff. Makeover marvels from tile. Glamour galore. Like, this is just, magazines really are time capsules, y'all. This is why I adore them. Do you see? Like, what is this? Oh, this is about careers. You're able, willing, but are you ready? It is of the utmost importance for Blacks starting a new job to begin in the right mode and direction. You cannot afford the luxury of waiting for the informal communications network to help you get started, or for your peers or your boss to tell you what to do. They tell you what to ask the boss. Put yourself to the test, setting your higher sights. And what is your power style? Wow. These are for the buppies. So buppies were black. The black bougie. That's what they called bougie back then, buppies. I can't remember what it stood for though. What it stood for. Like uppity Negro? Like, I don't know. But the buppies, they was the blacks getting the professional jobs. And so that's who that was writing that for, because black people was just really starting to get the corporate jobs. You know, they was in corporate. We are in corporate now, so that's when all that's crazy. This DEI, yep, 80s, 80s. The 80s are. You just want to know what happened? Like, I mean, like, let's take this man in office, for example. He took a page out of Reagan's book and he staged an entire shooting because Reagan, too, got shot. And then his approval rating went up, skyrocketed. And what did Donald Trump do? He got shot in the ear. Oh, Donald. This man, when I was a child, this man used to be had his little reality show. Okay. It was the Apprentice, right? Reagan also was an actor. Donald Trump was in The Little Rascals. He used to make cameos in kids' movies. Okay? All of my childhood, there are Donald Trump references in everything you watch. Everything. And it's not, oh, he's at it again. He's tearing up our country. No. It was, oh, Donald Trump, the billionaire. Oh, he's so rich. Ha ha ha. Like, that's what, it's just crazy what people can do in 20 years. Dear God. I'm like, woo. It's night and day. It takes me, I just, if I didn't live it, I wouldn't believe it. So, you children out here, go watch The Little Rascals. You will find Donald Trump's ass in that movie. Obviously the 90s version, not the original. Like, let's be clear. Okay. So yeah, that was my foray into Black Family Magazine in the 80s. I love the 80s. The 80s really tell a lot. And I'm gonna mention her several times in this channel. Intellectual Media. Go watch her decade like series. Like she be going in her docu-series, bro. I be learning so much, and like stuff that I need to look further into it. I'm like, girl, let me know. Okay. Shoot. She doing the 90s right now. Whew. I was like, girl, I didn't know. And I was there. Yeah. So that's all for now. Next time I might take out my hair. Yeah. We'll see. All right, y'all. Toodaloo.